Good afternoon, guys. Today we are going to see on Unit 5, that is valuation. So, first of all, what is meant by valuation? It is the technique of estimating and determining the fair price or value of a property, such as building, factory, or other engineering structures of various types, lands, etc. So, in general, it is an art of accessing the present fair value of a property at a specified time. It is the estimate of the value of a particular items in terms of money. It is based on certain facts and factors. So, also, what is the purpose of valuation? In general, the main purpose of valuation or purchase, if a property is to be purchased, so leave these and all aside, the engineering factors. In general, let me say, so for purchase, the property is to be purchased, the value of the property should be assessed. Sale, for selling a property, in order to fix up the sale price, the valuation might be done. And in order to fix up the municipal tax of the building, valuation is very much essential. So valuation of a property is required for fixing of the standard rent or fair rent of a property. To raise loan against a property, the valuation of the property is necessary. That is a mortgage value. So when the government takes over the property for paying the compensation, valuation of the property is required. For the assessment of wealth tax, the valuation of the property should be done. So in the assessment of capital gains tax, valuation is required. There are different types of valuation. That is rental method of valuation, direct comparison of capital value, valuation based on profit, valuation based on cost, and development method of valuation, depreciation method of valuation. So now let us see about rental method of valuation. So in this method, the net income by way of rent is found out by deducting all the outgoing from the gross rents. For example, uh, let us keep the gross rent as G. So from G, you are deducting the all the outgoings. That is called net income. So yes, net income is nothing but the gross rent minus outgoings. So suitable rate of interest as prevailing in the market is assumed and years purchase is calculated. This net income multiplied by years purchase gives the capitalized value or valuation of the property. This capitalized value is or valuation. So what is mean years purchase? Net income complied by years purchase completely net income. So this net income is nothing but the gross rent minus outgoings, and multiplying this net income with the years purchase, we will get capitalized value or valuation of the property. And then this method is applicable only when the rent is known or probable rent is determined. The rent should be known or probable rent should be determined by enquiries. Next one is direct comparison with capital value. So this method may be adopted when the rental value is not available. See, for in the previous case, that is a rental method of valuation, we need to know the rent priorly. But whereas in case of direct comparison with the capital value, if we don't know the rental value or rent in prior, we are moving this method. We are moving with this method. That is, there will be evidences for sale price of properties as a whole. In such cases, capitalized value of the property is fixed by direct comparison with capitalized value of similar property in the locality. According to the locality, how much this will go, this will go, this will go. In that, we will give for direct comparison. And next one is valuation based on profit. This method of valuation is suitable for buildings like hotels, cinemas, theaters, those and all those massive. So these are the buildings which it depends and whose income depends on the profit. In such cases, the net income is worked out. So now valuation based on profit cost. In this method, the actual cost incurred In this method, the actual cost incurred in constructing the building or in possessing the property is taken as basis to determine the value of property. In such cases, necessary depreciation should be allowed and points of obsolescence should be considered. Okay, what is meant by obsolescence? Can any idea regarding obsolescence? So nothing but obsolescence means the loss in the value of property due to change in design, fashion, in structure of others, change in utility, demand, and also specific detrimental influences. That is actually obsolescence. Next method is development method of valuation. So this method of valuation is used for the properties which are in underprivileged stage or partly developed and partly underdeveloped stage. See, in underdeveloped stage or partly developed or partly underdeveloped stage, which means it is in something developing area. If large place of land is required to be divided, if a large place of land is required to be divided into plots after providing for roads, parks, etc., this method of valuation is to be adopted. In such cases, probable selling price of the divided plots, the area required for roads, parks, and other expenditures for developments should be known. If a building is required to be renovated by making additional changes, alterations, or improvements, the development method of valuation might be used.